Things started to go sideways for me when I tried to end the relationship with my son's father, because he was into a heavy street life, using cocaine, heroin, and he had a hard time ending the relationship. He didn't want it to end. I wasn't emotionally stable to even look after myself. I had gotten into heavy drinking, and I wasn't there for my son in the way that I would have wanted to be. And I ended up losing him into government care at 6.5. Emotionally, I was devastated. I was suicidal. How did I get myself into this mess? How do I get myself out of this mess?
I kind of think that schizophrenia was probably, I was predisposed to it. I didn't do well in school. I hated it. I didn't believe what they were trying to teach me. And I didn't have the answers either, so it was frustrating. And it was very psychotic at the time. And for me, that psychotic just means that I have no filters. And so I just overload, and I would literally collapse. I was passed out in a park somewhere in Vancouver, and some kids phoned the ambulance, and I sort of came to in the ambulance and said, no, I'm fine, I was just tired. So they let me go, and then the next day I passed out again somewhere on the streets of Vancouver, and then the third day after that, they just committed me. They said something else is going on here. Probably saved my life.
Street people took me in their arms and started bringing me to Our Place Society, and I was afraid to come here. I was afraid of being judged, but I was struggling. I was hungry.
They were just kind of allowed me to be the way I was, and what I was trying to figure out what the hell is going on, right? And it wasn't really until I got here and talked to a psychiatrist that I understood what it was that was happening with me.
You know, when people come to Our Place, it takes a lot of courage just to walk through these doors and say, I need help. And then when we hear that, we can then respond and give them the help they need. And so the employment program that we want to really put in place will deal with education and working on those job skills, moving people up, letting people know that they have value and that their skills are appreciated. And as they get that stability in their workplace and stability in their housing, it completely transforms their lives.
I've been volunteering here for about 6 years, doing the acupressure twice a week. It's part of my mental health, right? I get a session when I give a session, and you know, in a very real sense. So now I work 12 hours a week for pay. This is the first regular paycheck I've had in over 20 years. So it's huge. It's $500 a month that I haven't had for 20 years.
I seen the posting here at Our Place Society, and from there I went back to school, got 13 certificates, and got a job at Thrifty Foods.
So Our Place provides a roof over your head, at least during the day, and in cold weather all night. Health practitioners, there's computer courses, there's transitional housing, which is huge if somebody has been without a home for a long time, they don't know how to keep one.
Clean food to eat healthy, dental, beauty, self-esteem workshops. Just the people here in general boost your self-esteem.
So Our Place should be supported because it's a place where people can find their feet again. For those of people who can't find their feet, they're accepted anyway.
I think Our Place makes a big difference because we're here, we're open. It's an open door.